Hello, Thrifty music collectors, and those of you watching this on YouTube. I'm Tim, coming at you from the music cell. This it's Monday, and this is another episode of Tim's Thrifty Music. Sorry, I didn't make a episode of Tim's Listening Room again this past week. Because I'm still having back problems, and I had other health problems plaguing me this past week. I didn't really get any spinning done until listening done till Saturday, and so all these that I'm out I and so I didn't start doing any spinning till Saturday. So all these I'm going to show you today. I did just between Saturday and Sunday, and my back's still not doing the greatest. I have 3 doctor's appointments within the next just over a week time period. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of some of these problems soon. And with that said, I'll start showing you what I have, or what I've been listening to. First up, it's a classical album. It's Richard Strauss, the Alpine Symphony. He conducted this, and he also composed this. He conducted this Bavarian State Orchestra. This was recorded in 1941, so this was during World War II. World War II was already going on over there in Germany, and of course, the Bavarian State Orchestra, that would be in Germany. So I thought that was interesting, and it's on the Seraphim label. Next up, from 1972 on United Artists, it's Don McLean, his self-titled album, and I have felt that it's a pretty good album. It doesn't have any hits on it, but I just enjoy Don McLean's music. He's pretty much of the singer-songwriter vein. So if you like that type, if you're into the 70s singer-songwriter music, I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, then after that, my wife and I had to go shopping on Saturday, and I told her I'd like to stop at the Half Price Books outlet, because it's over near our house, and we were right over by there anyway. They opened this store here in Rockford a little over a year ago. We didn't have a Half Price Books here in Rockford before that. We only have this outlet store here, where the stuff that doesn't sell at the regular half-price bookstores in the area. The closest ones to us are like in the Chicago suburbs or up in Madison. Anyway, the ones that don't sell at the stuff that doesn't sell at them will eventually come to this outlet store here. Well, anyway, when we go in there anymore, I usually immediately go to the clearance section first to see what they have. Well, I go back to the clearance section. They had several boxes of vinyl. Well, I saw a sign there that said, all vinyl marked 25 cents is now 10 for $1. So that really sparked my interest. Well, I ended up leaving there with 21 of them. But like I said, in my videos, I do not show it until after I've listened to it. So I'll show what I've listened to between Saturday and yesterday. First up, a Christmas one, and all of these sound real good. I've cleaned them up and no jumping on, skipping on them or anything. Remember, these are 10 cents a piece, or the rest of these. First up, Wyndham Hills artist, The Winter Solstice from 1985 on Wyndham Hills. Yes, some excellent New Age Christmas music. Can't say much about it. If you like Wyndham Hill art, you know how excellent that sounds. Next up, Boy Earhead 6. I know he was happy to see me show this. I finally have some Tom Jones in my collection. Tom Jones, Green Green Grass of Home. Of course, it has that song on it, and it has a lot of song covers of songs or classics on here, like it has Taste of Honey, Georgia on My Mind, That Old Black Magic, Any Day Now, Kansas City, When I Fall in Love. It's just a good, enjoyable album throughout. It's from 67, if I remember right, and it's on Parrot Records. Next one, from around 67 also. This one's on Warner Brothers. It's this one, the cover's the little split down the bottom. It's Petula Clark, Color My World, Who Am I? It's I've always liked her singing voice. And she on here she sings like Cherish, Winchester Cathedral, and I really enjoyed this album. I try when I find her albums in pretty good shape, I buy them, and considering these were only a dime a piece, I could not resist it. Okay, this one's from around 67 or 68 also. The other group, like this one, the cover's not the greatest, but the album is played pretty good. Okay, this is Letterman, Going Out of My Head. Of course, they do a lot of covers on here. Of course, Never My Love they have on here. Our Day Will Come, The End of the World, The Look of Love, Spooky, By the Time I Get to Phoenix. And of course, Going Out of My Head is then this next one, a group that I always buy their stuff when I see it. This one's from 63. It's a New Christie Minstrels Telltale Tales, Legends and Nonsense. Yeah, I like both from the 60s and 70s, and this is one of the groups that I do like a lot. And of course, like Barry McGuire's in the group on here, so, and I've liked his music. Next up is an album I did not know existed until I saw it there, and I had to get it because, well, I should say, are there some groups that you have that you try to be a completist of their stuff? This is one of the groups I try to be. I know there's like maybe a couple of their albums they still don't have. Well, there's two or three, I think, now. This band, or this group was popular in the 70s. This was there, and this, but this one I didn't know existed until I saw it in the store. It's from 1980. They were real popular in the 70s. and I got home and found out that this was their last one and then they put out a CD in in 2004, which I'll have to try finding. Then I know there's like a couple others I don't have, something like a couple one or two others I don't have that I'll have to try finding. It's from 1980 on Warner Brothers. The group is Seals and Krauss. The album is The Longest Road. And finding this for a diamond, it's in real nice shape. There's just a little rough spot on the spine here, and that's about it for. And of course a little cutout right up here, but for a dime, that's not bad at all. And it's decent. It's not a bad sounding album either. I know they didn't really have any hits off it, but I enjoy their music, and all there's people that don't. The next one I found is somebody I like. It was a radio station copy, and it's Dionne Warwick. The pick of Dionne Warwick. You notice on here, I'll try getting this label up where you can see it. It shows the radio station, and it says, trying to get it to where you can see it. You says it shows. Hopefully you could see it. It shows all cuts suitable for airplay, and on the back it says consists of re-recorded material, but still all this material is good. Even if it's re-recorded, it still sounds good. I like Dionne Warwick's music. This is from 1979. It's on 51 West. I guess it's the vision of CB. It's owned by CBS. But I just enjoyed that album. Next up, from 87 on Atlantic, Laura Branigan, Touch. I like Laura Branigan's music. I like her singing voice. This one has the hit Power of Love. Yes, her version of it, the one that she had a hit of well before Celine Dion took it and ruined it. Yes, I don't care for Celine Dion singing too well. This, like I said, this album's from 87 on Atlantic, and I've enjoyed listening to this album. It has Power of Love and Shattered Glass on here, where it hits off this one. Next one is a guy that the album before, or this, he had a bunch of big kids on here. He had like 2 or 3 songs off this album that made it into the Billboard Hot 100, but did not make it into the top 40. This is from 79. I got it just for going in my 70s collection. And it's Leif Garrett. He does covers of some stuff on here. Like, he doesn't do too bad of a job with his cover of Kicks and If I Were a Carpenter. He does a whacked cover of the song Singing in the Rain on here and stuff. It is an interesting album. Something that I thought was sort of weird that is, I know they put it's on Scotty Brothers from 79. They put it in it was on Atlantic inner sleeve, but look at the label on side 1. See the printing, how it's like double or triple printed down there? So it's real fun reading the track play on there. Okay, next up from 81 on Arista is Gino Vanelli, Nightwalker. This, of course, this has a hit song, "Living Inside of Myself" on it, and this album I do enjoy. I've gone to liking Gino Vanelli's music. This is only my second album of his. I have the album Power People from the 70s, of his, and I've just gotten to enjoying his music. I've started keeping my eye out for his albums in my shopping, of course. As many of you have come to know, I look in like thrift stores and dollar bins and bargain bins and flea markets. Next up, another one from the 70s, from 77 on A&M. Captain Antonio, Coming from the Rain. Yeah, this has the song "Can't Stop Dancing" on it. It's a pretty good Captain Antonio album. Of course, I've liked them since the 70s when they came out, and so I thoroughly enjoyed this album too. Like I say, I like all around all kinds of stuff from the 70s, including the pop and bubblegum. And I also like rock and hard rock from the 70s. And the last one is a Christian album. Yes, like I tell people, I am a Christian. I do collect Christian albums, and this album is by the guy that founded the country rock group Mason Prophet, and then later, and his brother was in the band Mason Prophet with them. Later on, they went and as a duo. They split from Mason Prophet and did some duo albums, or as a duet. And then later on, they started doing solo albums, and his brother, as Christian, both as a duet and solo albums, or Christian albums, and his brother's better known than he is for them. But I really enjoyed this album. This is from '82 on Birdwing. This is Terry Talbot on Wings of the Wind. Like I said, it's a Christian album. It's on Birdwing from 1982. That's all the music I have for this time. Last week I forgot to tell you about the channels I've been watching, like I have been trying to do. I thought of it after I ended the video. So this week I decided I was going to give you tell about those and a couple more. And the ones I'm going to tell about are like, some of them are like radio show, some that are radio shows or podcasts, or some that have done radio shows and stuff like that. Well, first one up is Matt Sands. That's his YouTube channel too, because that's how I see it, how it shows on mine when I for my subscription. Matt has a radio show out of college radio station in Decatur, Illinois, and has a Facebook page where the name of the radio show is Psychedelic Experience. It's on WJMU, if I remember right, is call it or sort of radio station. It's a college station, and you can look up their page uh, on Facebook. Just enter that in the search on Facebook, and it will give you a link for the page. And on the page, it will give you a link that you can click on to go to or you can listen to the station, or you can listen to the show and stuff. It's normally from 8 till 10 Central Time on Thursday nights. And but it's enjoyable 2-hour shows, and they cover mainly from 68 till around 71 or so. That sometimes some of it, well, actually around 66 through around 71, 72, covering mainly psych, but they also do some garage and some bubble gum and stuff like that, mainly of some of the psych related music, and that is DJ Mellow Yellow on that show, and he does it with his friend that goes by the psych professor on there. The next one I have, the guy's name is Tim Allen. That's also the name of his channel. He's newer in the vinyl community. He hasn't made too many videos yet. He has a podcast on Podmatic that where he calls Snap Crackle Pop Hour, but it's actually more like an hour and a half where they where he does this songs from vinyl on there. We have various genres and stuff, and it's an enjoyable 90 minutes. He tries to have somewhat of a theme throughout his shows, and it's not just all pop or rock or stuff like that. He does stuff like Frank Sinatra, and some of it's sort of wacky and stuff. He usually tries to have a episode of Chick Man on every episode on there also. Next up is a good friend of mine, Cycle DJ 67, Paul. Paul has been a DJ at times in the past. He's originally from the Chicago area, and he now lives down in northern Arkansas. And his videos are very informative. He's big at digging in thrift stores for vinyl, and he's one that got me into digging again over 10 years ago. Before that I had like 300 albums in vinyl. I'm over 1,300 now. I'm probably around 1,400 now. And but his videos are very informative. Yeah, because he'll go and he'll go into the artists and groups a little bit more. Next up is Record Teeb Steve. Steve is informative also. He lives down in Oklahoma, and he's well versed in the artists from that area and stuff, and he's has some informative videos like with artists from around like the late 60s and the 70s, and I just enjoy watching his videos too, because he does some good research into the backgrounds of some of these groups too. And last but not least is Zach Zeke the Vinyl Geek. but in his videos, he covers a lot in his videos. But his are all very informative, also, and he covers a lot from the '70s, but he also covers about all genres, and he's not only just rock or pop. He covers around all the subgenres. He's into jazz and blues also, and he seems so knowledgeable. He can just about blow your socks away on some of this stuff. And right. Oh, I've gone 25 minutes already, so I better end this now. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.